Hey there, Susan Joseph. Hope all is well with you today. Bringing you a video on how to get the price you want and need when selling your home. When you're going against all these foreclosures and short sales and they're kind of giving these houses away, you really want to make sure that you do everything you can to get your house ready to sell so you can get the most profit as possible. Clearly overpriced. If more than one agent is competing for your listing, an easy way to win the battle is to overinflate the value of your home. And we kind of touched on this in another video as well, where I had gone on a listing appointment and I knew exactly what these people thought that their house was worth. I guess it was instinct. And I knew my price was going to be lower than the other agents I was going against. And I actually pleaded with these people not to base their decision on price and base it on who they thought would really do the best job for them. But, they listed with an agent who told them 425. I had told them 360. They really thought their house was worth 450, so they went with the agent for 425, and their house sat for 6 months and just actually expired off the market a couple of weeks ago. So now their listing is, somewhat that elephant in the room that we talk about because it's been sitting for so long and now people want to know why. And, it could languish on the market for months. I mean, 6 months this house sat on the market. They did everything they could, and it just didn't sell. Now, I know because I went on this listing appointment that it was price, that there really wasn't anything wrong with the house. It was just very, overpriced. Well, people don't know that. They don't know if there was something wrong with the house. Why didn't it sell? It's now labeled that troubled house. So be very, very careful about overpricing your property. It can cost you thousands at the end of the day. Somewhat overpriced. About three-quarters of the homes on the market are 5 to 10% overpriced. It'll cost you both in terms of time on the market and the ultimate price received because, again, you're going to sit for a few months. And once you delve into that 3 to 4 month window, people know that there is room there now to negotiate because you've been sitting. So now you're a little bit antsy. You're afraid you might never sell, so you kind of take a price that you might not have 3 or 4 months ago. Priced correctly at market value. Supply and demand. These competitively priced homes usually sell within a reasonable time frame and very close to the asking price. I'm showing foreclosed properties left and right that by the time I get back to my office, I get an email from the listing agent that there's already 2 offers on the property that they're submitting in the morning. So make no mistake, houses that are priced right at market value are absolutely selling today. Regardless of what you're hearing, I'm telling you that I'm seeing it out there. Right now I'm seeing it more so in Rhode Island, but I think Rhode Island has a lot more foreclosures in the area that I work. So, parts of Rhode Island I'm definitely seeing it in. Johnston, Cranston, I put in 2 bids over asking and did not get the property. Where the area in Worcester County, Massachusetts that I work, the foreclosures are not as high. And in Connecticut, there are bidding wars going on as well over in the Putnam area. So supply and demand, priced correctly, it will sell. Priced below fair market value. Quick sales. Homes attract multiple offers and sell fast, usually within a few days, at or above the asking price. Again, kind of what we just touched on. Market value and below market value, they're going. They're going faster than I can keep up with, which I love to see. It's just you have to change your strategy when you're a buyer's agent a little bit more. You kind of have to jump. Where several months ago, we really didn't have to jump. Where now when a listing comes on, you better get out there and take a look at it because it will be gone if it is priced below fair market value. Making a good first impression, cannot stress how important this is. Make that house shine. Foreclosures, they're great deals. But make no mistake, when you walk into a house and it's freezing and everything is stripped, and as much as it's a great deal, it can be very tough to envision your family there. So say you go into a house like that, and then you go into, say, your home, and it's warm, and it's clean, and it's meticulous, and they're both kind of comparable in price. You can see where you're going to win that battle. An analysis of what homes have recently sold for in your neighborhood is not enough to help you properly price your home. What they've sold for is very, very important, but at the end of the day, it's going to come down to what your house is worth. Find a realtor who will give you a CMA at no charge. I give CMAs all the time. I use the gross living area as kind of my benchmark. So whatever your above grade living area is, that's what I tend to use. 20% in either direction. Did the house down the road have a new kitchen and central air? Well, then if your house has a dated kitchen and no central air, you really cannot compare those two listings. So don't base it on just what your neighbor sold for. Depending on how a buyer is made aware of your home, price is often the first thing he or she sees, As a result, many homes may not be shown because they are discarded by prospective buyers for not being in the appropriate price range. Whenever a buyer calls me, we discuss their price range, and generally it falls on the quarters. Say they're looking between 325 and 400, or say they're looking between four, or their window is 4 1/4. So that house priced at 429.9, well, you're now competing in that 425 to 450 window. Try to cut it at the quarter. Try to go 4 1/4, 449. I know that 5,000 can seem like a lot, but at the same time, if you lose 10 buyers because you're not in their window, you're going to lose a lot more than that 5,000 at the end of the day. So be very, very conscious of your price point. Find an agent who's educated in this and can advise you in the best direction, and make no mistake, your house will sell. So best of luck to you. As always, I want you to feel free to call me at any time if you need anything at all. You can call me on my cell phone, which is 401-678-0576. You can email me at any time, susanjoseph@remax.net. Also, please do leave your comments below. I always like to see what you think of the videos. So until next time, be well.